Okay, good morning, guys. So here's what I have on the board. I have all the answers for you, and at any point, if you need something, pause. Just raise your hand and ask politely, and they'll get that done for you. But I just thought I'd go over the tougher ones, or at least the ones that I thought would be on the test, or more than likely on the test. Probably the main thing on this set here is problems 4, 5, and 6, telling whether it's a square, which number 5 is, a parallelogram, or a rhombus. So that's probably going to be the most like the quiz from this page here. Okay, and I wish I could make this bigger for you guys, but if I do, I won't be able to write anywhere. Common problem would be like number 8 and number 10. I would say those are going to be the ones that are a lot like the test. So what you do is you find the total on number 8. You find the total or the sum of the interior angles by using the formula n minus 2 times 180. All right, so on this problem number 8, we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sides, or just count the number of angles, and it's 6 as well. So 6 minus 2 is 4 times 180, I believe, is 720. Now you're going to set that equal to, now you're just going to wrap around. You're going to go 90 plus x All right, there, I think I got all of them. And then you just simplify like we've done in the past, combine your constants, solve for x, get your answer of 133. Number 9 is going to be very similar. Number 10, the big thing is that you got to recognize that's your exterior angles. The sum of the exterior angles is 360. So set 360 equal to, then you just wrap all the way around. You go 8x plus 5x, which would be 10x. So 18x equals 360, solve for x. You get yourself 20 for that one there. Okay, 12, 13, and 14, I'd say all of those are going to be on the test. The other ones, they're good problems, but there's not too many of those types on the test. Let's do 14, and then we'll maybe talk about number 16 here. Number 14, what I see is that if I want to solve for A, and it's a parallelogram, I see the 18 is across from A minus 10, so 18 equals A minus 10. Kick the 10 over, A equals 28. With the B value, because opposite angles are congruent, B plus 16 equals 103. Solve for B by moving 16 over, come up with 87 for that one. So that's not too bad for those two. So let's check on number 16 here and see what they got. Looks like you want to find a perimeter of a parallelogram, and you got to make sure you label it EFGH. Okay, there we go. Since you know that the perimeter is 16, that's all the way around. So 16 equals, and EF is 5. Well, if EF is 5, GH is also 5. That's the definition of a parallelogram. So automatically you could go 5 plus 5 plus, and you want to know the other side, so call them X and X. So X plus X would be your 2X. Move the 10 over, and then divide by 2, and that's should come up with X equals 3, I believe, for that one. So you may remember your drawing is not proportional. It's just kind of a scale to go off of. Okay, some other pretty good problems here. For 18 and 19, diagonals are bisected in a parallelogram, and it looks like if you want to prove it's a parallelogram, you'd set them equal to each other. So let's do number 19 here. You got yourself 3x plus 2 equals 5x minus 4. I'd move the 3x to this side, giving you 2x. Add 4 to both sides gives you 6, so x equals 3. Number 18 is very similar. All right, so classify the quadrilateral and then find the values of x and y. So right away for number 20, what I'm noticing is you got a bunch of parallel lines. You got 2 sets, and this is huge that you have this 90-degree angle in there, because a rhombus is the only one that does that. Okay, so we have a rhombus, and I know that on a rhombus, that 21 and the letter Y, look where that's at right now. The 21 and the Y, that angle is bisected, so Y equals 21. So that's a quick one. Now your X value, because you know this is 90 degrees right here, right in that corner, and since all of these are 21, that's the definition of a rhombus. If I highlight the triangle in that corner like this, that's the triangle I'm focusing on. I know this is 90 and this is 21. So you take 180, subtract 90, subtract 21, and it looks like X equals 69 for that one. Okay. Number 21, I'm seeing a rectangle right off the bat because of the 90 degree angles. And your equations would be 3x plus 4 equals 4x minus 5. And then your second equation would be 4y equals 6y minus 10. And then you could solve for x, solve for y. Looks like you get 9 for one answer and 5 for the other guys. If you're looking at number 22, the diagonals of a rhombus are 10 and 24. So I'll just do a rough estimate of what that would look like, guys. A rhombus, all the sides are the same, but it's definitely tilted because this one is 10. This is going to get messy. This next one here is 24. So let me put 24 on this one and 10 on this one so it looks a little better. Okay, so the shorter one's 10. Find the length of a side. Now here's what's not good about what I did. A rhombus, guys, you know, all sides are the same, but more importantly, this is a 90 degree angle. So if I highlight this triangle, I know it doesn't look like a right triangle because my drawing is awful. There it is right there. So I see a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And that's going to get me my side of the triangle. But one thing that might catch you off guard is this. You know, this whole thing is 24 from there to there. So I should use 12 on that side. And since this whole thing is 10 and half of that is 5, and I believe when you use a squared plus b squared equals c squared, you should come up with 13, and it's right there. Yep, right there is 13. Okay, so we want to find out, we know F is 79 degrees, and they're saying it's an isosceles trapezoid, so right away I know angle G is 79 degrees, and yeah, they got it right there. We know that this top angle and this bottom angle here, they're going to add up to 180, so you could set it up like this, 79 plus x equals 180, but I'm sure most of you will just take 180, subtract 79, and you get the same thing, you get 101. So this angle is right there. Now, because your base angles are the same, you also get 101 for angle H as well. 24 is a good one. You got yourself a trapezoid. And this is just going to be a really rough sketch, guys. Okay. And they're talking about mid-segment, so let me just get a rough sketch of what that's looking like. Now, the mid-segment is 16.5. And the longer one, the long one is 19, guys. So you're looking for the shorter one. So you're looking for the pattern. And we're going in reverse order here. So we're going from 19 to 16.5. You know, and that would be subtracting, what would that be, like 2.5? So if you would take 16.5, subtract another 2.5, you'd end up with 14. So the pattern, you could say increases by 2.5 if you want, or decreases by 2.5, but your shortest one is 14. All right, guys, and then the most specific name for these, since all the sides are the same, I'm leaning toward rhombus on this one. And that is what the answer is going to be because you don't have 90 degree angles on that one. 26, I noticed that when I looked in the book, they're missing something up here, guys. So check it out. Number 26, 33 is supposed to be right here, I believe. At least that's what I noticed. So right away, when I looked at it, I was like, wow, that's 32, that's 33, nothing's going on. But look at the relationship you got between those two right there. I'll make it a little bigger for you. Since this is 32 and this is 148, well, you add them together, you get 180, right? So if that's 180 degrees between the two, 180 degrees makes a straight line. Or in other words, these two do run the same direction. That doesn't necessarily mean this last one runs the same direction because it could run like this, it could run like this, it could run like this. Okay, it just depends on the problem. So this is 31 to 33 degrees. So you need to name the shape that has only one set of parallel lines, and that's going to be a trapezoid. So probably the oddest one out of all of them, guys. But that one right there is a trapezoid. Okay, number 27, a little bit more straightforward. It's not a rectangle. You know, it looks like one, but it's not because it doesn't have 90-degree angles. Sure, not a square. It's not a rhombus. Best you got, it's a parallelogram because opposite sides are congruent to each other. Okay, guys. So that's what I would consider to be the best review I got without me being there. So if you do have questions, you know, come and see me Thursday morning, or just as long as it's before the test. If you have additional questions, I am gonna throw this on YouTube just in case someone doesn't want to see it again and it goes too fast. So I believe if you look up G8 review, and then you right after that you type in Sargent Silbernagel, and you should not laugh about that. And I'm serious, it's actually on there. So you, if you look that up and you want to rewatch it, no problem. Other than that, guys, have a great day. I had to wake up at 5 o'clock. No, I had to be on the bus at 5 this morning. So right now, I got really droopy eyes, kind of there. I'm not very happy. Okay. All right. So have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow.